Welcome to episode 1273, Frank Slootman, From Poor Immigrant to CEO, 10 Lessons. This is an outline of episode 1273, lesson 1 to 5. It's lesson 6 to 10. Lesson 1, he holds the world record as outsider CEO. First time as CEO of Data Domain between 2003 and 2009. Second time as CEO of ServiceNow. Third time he has been CEO of Snowflake since 2019. Lesson 2, 6 rejections from IBM.
Future at that time, we didn't want to go into smokestack industries that were on decline. A lot of people out of school went to IBM. They trained people, and they really started and advanced their early careers.
Did they say, Frank Slootman, he's the young man we want?
That didn't exactly happen. I think I applied at least a half a dozen times and yielded half a dozen rejections.
Lesson 3, learning how to run train wreck companies in his 30s.
And everybody was telling me, don't go there. That place is going down. And I'm like, I'm going there. And I'm going to resurrect it. I was in my mid-30s at that time. And obviously, moves like that have built my career. Now, I was well into my 40s before I started getting real prime opportunities. Before that, I was just taking on train wrecks.
Lesson 4, inspired by the market, not inspired by passion.
Varieties of our generation that kind of propelled us and inspired us and motivated us. We were not the generation that was following their passion. We were following the marketplace.
Lesson 5, don't undershoot your potential.
You might be completely undershooting your potential, right? That's the danger when you think of the world in that way, whereas we're always looking at, how deep can we reach? How high can we aim given what we have to work with here? So that's really our mindset.
Lesson 6, the fastest way to change an organization.
The way to get change in organizations is to change people. That may sound harsh to some people, but I get thrown into situations where people, and by the way, I get hired not for people's health, but they need change and they need results. And they're looking to optimize the outcome, right? So I can't mess around, right? I'm on the clock in a huge way, and we're moving very, very fast.
Lesson 7, what is innovation?
Why we are incremental in certain places. But so if you want innovation, you got to go from the future back, as opposed to from the present, forward. When we look at something, why do we start with where we are? Why don't we start with where we want to be?
Lesson 8, good is not enough. It needs to be amazing.
And sometimes we just think we have a good idea. Good isn't good enough. It needs to be amazing. It needs to be a total wow.
Lesson 10, big companies want to kill startups.
What threat does that company represent to the status quo? So as a startup, you have to have a combat mentality, because you're going to fight your way into a world where, they don't want you, okay? And they're going to try and kill you in the cradle. That's an expression that they often use in larger companies. They're not going to let you grow up, because once you grow up, you become an even bigger threat and you're unstoppable, right?
Lesson 10, stay in front of the chasm.
That are they're more the laggards, in the terminology of crossing the chasm. And, we obviously have to meet people where they are and take them on the journey. In other words, we're very much at the front end of the early adopters, strategic visionary, kind of in front of the chasm.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave your questions and comments below. Wishing everyone peace and prosperity.